probably it's probably a bigger game talent-wise.
Bigger game.
Yeah. Way big. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going.
Which one?
Yeah.
It's a bigger game. I think Riverdale Baptist beats them by 20.
You think they beat us?
14.
I think it's the other way. We'll see. I mean, Riverdale's good, but like
Riverdale just beat us.
They beat them by at least 2 schools.
They beat them by 10. I think
At least 2 schools. Riverdale Baptist is the combination of 2 private schools.
Oh, I know.
Rock Creek Christian.
Rock Creek.
And St. Francis into one.
St. Francis too.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. Oh,
A lot of the kids, that's why St. Francis, so many of their principals are gone.
hi, Scotty.
Where is this one? Gotcha. They're probably going to bring more chairs in. That's what they've done. Okay. Hey,
Just 'cause, like, I don't know why he's
as a Bears fan,
on the see, I can understand you. God. I didn't say I would.
blast from the past. One of my guys said that this morning.
Is that where you're like, I'll be your NIL handler?
It's far before NIL was a thing. Planting seeds. You know, he doesn't care about the media like that. That's the one time he ever smiled with me or anyone else.
Tell me how much on there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
No, it's BS, man.
like, just tell me the truth.
It's BS.
I
You're making, you know, on my digital show, I said the same thing the last time I was at Hayfield. I was like, look, from a media perspective, we get it, but when you build these walls up and don't let anybody talk to anybody, that actually makes the only noise be the outside stuff that people are saying. No one can show off good things about the team.
Hey, just letting you know, I wanted to talk to you this Friday, but apparently the county's not on. I said, so good luck this season, because I guess
I'm not talking to you.
He goes, call Ben.
No.
We'll make something. I'll talk to you. She's like, that's all I wanted to say. I just want to talk about the game. You guys are too great.
I will be, I hope you do, but I'll be surprised because, again, it was Monty Fritz who shut me down. Monty Fritz, like okay. Well, neither do I now. He,
I did. I wasn't supposed to be.
I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. I believe it. He's Hayfield. He acted like a coward when I was there last time.
Neither have I, but I mean,
Well, we reported. So one of the now significant high schools is embroiled in a recruiting scandal all year. So, which isn't new. Well, I mean, there's layers to this, which I'm not gonna. Well, and race plays a big factor in it. There's a lot of different things. We reported on it at the beginning of the season, and I don't think that they really. But I told a really balanced story, but I don't think that they like that we reported on it.
They never see it that way.
That's right. That's right. Hard on it. Hard on it. I've got parents from Hayfield calling me now. I'm like, guys, if you really want me to put this out, come on. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's right. That's right. That's right. I like Dio. I like Dio and I like the kids. I don't want the kids to lose their season like flowers. That's right. That's right. What was that? It's a new era. Oh!
Man, you was way off. Way off.
Stop talking.
I mean, you landed in the other room.
That's crazy.
You landed in the other room.
It did land in the other room.
So I think that I don't think so. I think that once the season ends, they'll unless we continue to push, then they're gonna try to box us out continuously.
Like Sam
Right? Yeah, they are.
except it
Yeah,
landed
they
in the
are.
other room.
What you're talking about right now is the only reason why I haven't doubled down on what truly is a poor relationship with the media. Like Fairfax County is establishing a very poor relationship with the media.
Here's DQ.
Now she realizes how hard it is. Now she realizes how hard it is. And the cameras are on, the pressure's on.
It's the most fun I've ever seen in this room. And what is going on here?
Never gonna put it in.
Very
When it left her hand, I was like, oh shit.
I gave you the pump face. That's what
Hey.
it was.
Yeah, you created the separation.
But you gotta get your dribble right.
Exactly.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right.
Respect.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Right. We got the, what's 29. That's what it is. Yo, I even just Fairfax County. They wrote and asked us to come out to cover the first boys volleyball practice. Who's pumped up about boys volleyball? Not me, but we went. I covered it. So we go and cover it, and then Fairfax County won't even let us shoot in the gym. They're like, no, you got to shoot on the sidewalk. I'm sorry. I'm like, wait a minute. You asked us to come out and cover the first, and you won't even let us go live from the gym. We gotta stand in the parking lot.
They let you shoot highlights of the game.
They let us practice. It was just practice. So, but they were still practicing. You know, we're live 7 times a day. So, but they wouldn't let us. That's right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're gonna do something. Let's just keep them out. Yeah.
Well, anything. I mean, when you make it by the individual, the entire league.
I don't know that. I think it was a low risk.
Yes. Right, but I mean, this is kind of,
Just so you can see. I will go against journalistic integrity and give you the questions that I'm gonna ask. Only these questions. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. I agree. You know that better than me. Yeah. I think that Battlefield or Patriot will play the 7-5-7 team. And
okay. Lights, camera, action. I heard it.
How's it going, everybody? All right, good to see everybody. As we get started today, for us, as you know, on this day, about the competition for us. And I thought last week when we were together, we talked about having to get stronger, going through that, and we did that. And we need to find the next gear and more things to hit on, and we'll do that again. I know a lot of you are tracking Jayden's participation. He won't practice today. He'll continue, did all the meetings and our individual stuff to go through that, and but he'll get the treatment today, and then he'll continue to progress, through today and tomorrow, and I'll update you guys after Friday's practice, and we'll kind of go from there. Additionally, we've activated Jayden McGee, and I'm really excited to see him with the crew. And as you guys remember, he got injured all the way back against the Jets, and he's really put in the work. So I'm very excited to see him back out, doing his thing with the guys. He's really put it in for a young guy. Not easy, to get banged up in your opening series of your first preseason game. So for him to be back in it and put the work in and be right back in the fight with the guys is really exciting.
And with Jayden, what do you need to see before you're able to get him back on the practice field?
He's close to there. The practice field is the next step of that. And so kind of like with any injury, just going through the process, we huddle up every night, with the entire team. But at practice is probably the biggest thing. John, I want to make sure he can be, fully express himself and do all the things that he does, which makes him so unique and special. And so that's what we'll do, but not much different than any other player, kind of going through a Wednesday to Thursday to Friday. So that'll be the key, going through the week that he can be him, fully turned up.
And then you guys released Jayden Daniels yesterday. If you could just, the rationale, why'd you do that?
We activated Jayden McGee, so just from a roster spot. And, man, what a good teammate, Jamin. So, like yesterday, getting a chance to visit with him, definitely left a strong impression. And sometimes there's good that comes after the hard stuff. And he's somebody that will definitely be watching and pulling for. He really worked hard, during his time here.
Just to follow up on Davis, I know that wasn't your initial pick, but obviously it's of interest here. What didn't you ultimately see from him that you were hoping to see? Obviously, he made another position switch, et cetera. What didn't you kind of see that?
Yeah, I think that's the hard part, and why I loved his attitude, come change positions and add value to that and using his speed to go. So at the end, just, it's always this puzzle you're trying to put together, Ben. And there's always hard decisions, and those are, ones that come up, but they're really hard, and this one was hard.
And to that end, obviously, you guys have made a ton of moves going back to since you and Adam got here, and you made it clear, hey, we're all on the same team. There's no favorites of guys who are here versus anything else. That said, the fact that another first-round pick is gone, the second one you guys have moved on from, shows the hole that you guys were in from a initial standpoint, at least. It seems like, I guess, impressive on some level that you guys have gotten where you are. How much of a hole ultimately do you look at that and say, initially, once we got started, wow, we really had to figure out what to do here?
Honestly, I don't think of it in that way. It's just a matter of absolutely, when change happens, things move, and systems change and people change. And so coaching and scouting and players, it's all part of big shifts that go. Oftentimes, if the schemes are very similar, there would probably be less. But no, honestly, just digging into just find edges all over the place. And so when guys move on from here, I'm hopeful wherever they go, they find the right combination, the right things to allow them to do their thing. So that's my hope for anybody that goes on from here,
Just going back to Jayden real quick, when you saw him day after game, even yesterday, I mean, how did he feel coming out of the game and dealing with that injury? Was it any improvement there?
Yeah, he came out strong anyway. He was, knowing him, chomping at the bit to get going. So, yeah, really for him, the attitude's been fantastic, just like you'd expect him to be. So he's doing well.
And I know you were asked this briefly Monday, but, with this game with Caleb Williams on the other side, how much due diligence did you guys do on him, knowing it seemed like there was, fairly strong belief that Chicago was going to take him? So how much due diligence did you guys do on him specifically ahead of the draft?
Yeah, quite a lot, because I think what you don't want to do is just think one way and then go another. And at that point, when most of the work is done, it's well before, the draft process gets underway, when, people decide, hey, this is where I'm going to head to. So quite a bit.
Do you think the opportunity to play Caleb is giving Jayden motivation to want to play this weekend?
No. I think you guys have all been around Jayden, and anybody, anywhere, anytime is really the mindset for him. I think at his core, Sam, that's one of the things I really admire about him, is just his readiness, his wanting to go prove it. So, no, much like we talked about Lamar a few weeks ago, they're not playing against one another. So, it's about him and the readiness to get ready and help our team. Ultimately, that's why so many of his teammates really gravitate towards him. They know how much he puts it in and goes for it, and that's why he's seen as one of the great teammates around here.
What's your impression of Chicago's defense, and what do you guys need to do to take advantage?
Yeah, well, I thought the thing that I really have been impressed by, not just this season, but previously last year as well, is their ability to get the ball. The takeaways they've generated, that comes from speed, knowing what to do, how to go play it. So that part would be a number one, top of the pile for me. And then how they can feature, players into rushers and linebackers. They got, all the components that you're looking for to play great D. So, yeah, I got a lot of respect for the way and the play style of how they play.
Good afternoon, Coach.
Hey, Dave.
Very similar question, actually, to Sam's here. Jaquan Brisker, if he's available or unavailable, how much does that change the Chicago Bears defense from what you've seen?
He's a significant factor. And I can remember, from him coming out of Penn State and just all the background and following him. And the safety position, I think, has a lot of value in today's NFL. Can you be in the post? Can you be in the box? Can you guard slots? And there's all different ways that it goes, into the space. So I think it's turning into a really important position because of how guys are featured. And Brisker certainly has all the skills. He can play down. He can guard man-to-man. He's a good hitter. So, yeah, a lot of respect for him.
And I know we've spoken quite a few times about Sam Cosmi since you've arrived to the team, but just kind of looking through the course of the season, nearing the midway mark of the year, as defenses continue to kind of bring different things to you guys and you continue to evolve your offense as well internally, how has Sam's role kind of impressed you in that process?
Some of the things that I see and some of the things that I hear on the sidelines, I share with the team. And just today in a team meeting, I talked about the communication that I hear from him and Wiley, on the sideline. This comes back up. If this alignment's there, we'll go do this. And so I love that he's thinking ahead because that's when you're ready for the next step and the next thing. So that's what I've seen from him. He was one of the captains last week, and what he said before the game was strong and powerful about, this crew and who we are and who we're wanting to be. And we know we've got a lot to build on, but that's what this time is for, to continue on that. So he's off to a really good start, but I'm seeing this confidence grow, the communication grow, and that's what you'd hope to see. And he's having a blast playing football, which for me as a coach, to sit back and smile, to see these guys really battling for one another and enjoying it. They were coming off the field going for it, gassed, and then sitting on the bench, let's go do it again, and they were ready to go fight. So it was cool.
Throughout the offseason and training camp and stuff, you and Adam talked about developing this fast, physical, violent identity. Where do you feel like your team is now, kind of close to the halfway point of developing that?
Yeah, I think we're making progress. I think you kind of talk first piece like a foundation is being built for that, but we're not there yet. There's another level to get to, and that's what I was referring to today about how do we get to the next spot. I had talked to the team about foundation of our brotherhood. There's another level. What about our physicality? There's another level. What about the communication at the line? There's another level. And so those are the things that you want to take the next steps to. I like it in the run game of what I've seen. I like it on the special team side of things. I felt it, when at a line of scrimmage yesterday, in the last game, I really felt that. So it's about finishing, it's about toughness, and we're not where it's going to end up, but we're making strides on that. And that's what this time is for. Like, you don't wait. Like, go. Do it now. Like, there is no waiting. Like, you absolutely go for it again.
And then speaking of the strides, a pair of rookies in McCaffrey and Senate gets a touchdown grab last week. How much more is there growth roles for those guys in the offense, specifically in the passing offense?
Well, I would say Senate, we got to target more, based on the number of touchdowns he gets on targets. So,
it's a pretty good ratio.
So I'd say that's my first thought. Like, Luke has just progressed, and I think